So, this is now map number 2 of this best of 3. And it's currently 1-0 up to the player in the top right, the blue Zerg, playing for Team Acer. It's Scarlett. And her opponent down to the lower left, the red Protoss, playing for Vega Squadron. It's DmC.
You know, unless maybe DmC just really enjoys making carriers and void rays, and you know, if there's one map for it, then it's probably this one. I still really wonder how that would have played out in the last game if he would have just flown all those heavy air units into the main base of Scarlett. So he would have lost her hives, he would have lost a bunch of semi-important tech structures. It would have taken her a while to replace those. I really think that would have been very interesting, and I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to witness that. Instead, he like stayed in the range of the spore crawlers and just allowed these units to be abducted, which there really was no need for that.
I don't know how many abducts Scarlett actually had, though, off the top of my head. She could have had a decent number just to pull them through.
Okay, but like, even if she has 8 abducts, she's going to need a double abduct at least for every unit to kill, and a void ray, sometimes you might even need 3 abducts, because void rays, you know, they actually have reasonable acceleration speed. So if you don't kill them immediately, they will fly away again. So and DmC had a lot of units. He had 5 carriers full of interceptors with +1 upgrades and 4 or 5 void rays, and also he still had that warp prism in the main as well, which I don't know what he could really do with that, because there were locusts, I guess, but you know, he could storm and stuff. So I don't know, maybe we should try to resume from replay.
It's the what ifs. Talking of what ifs, Scarlett going hatch first at the moment, and we're waiting to see whether, as you predicted, Rotterdam, we're going to be getting 8 cheese out of DmC, or if he's going to be the happiest player in the world who is just going to go for a 40-minute macro game on a massively macro-orientated map to enjoy himself.
Well, this is like kind of why I thought that maybe he would have picked that wing, because he wanted to cannon rush. You know, there is a way on that wing that you can go like Nexus into Forge and still cannon rush, right? Because like Zerg players will go double hench before pool. Jim does this all the time, and I was like, what? Really? Is this a thing? And I was like, yep, definitely a thing. It works alright. But DmC is not going to do that. Like, right now, if I am Protoss, if I was the Protoss player in this scenario, and I cannot do anything about this opening that the Zerg player has done, because I went 1 gate fast expand, and I'm not going to follow it up with some sort of an all-in. Like, do you feel comfortable taking this into a macro game? Because I know I wouldn't. Like, the time that I warp in my Nexus, my opponent is at 3 bases. How am I supposed to feel good about life?
I wouldn't. If I was up against Scarlett, though, I don't think I would feel good about my chances anyway.
Maybe Steps of War and something.
I still wouldn't feel good about my chances, Scarlett.
Soon. Some crazy cheese on Steps of War. I'm pretty sure we can find the true power of the Protoss race and abuse it to its fullest potential. There is one happy Zealot marching his way across the map. Might be a little frustrating for Scarlett to deal with. He could end up losing a drone or so, but that doesn't even have to be the case. There is a Mothership Core as well, so that's kind of fun. Because now if that Queen spawns, there is a chance that this Zealot and the Mothership Core together will be able to form a nice tag team.
A couple of things are out on the field for Scarlett. Going to be going up to 6 of them.
3 gates already going up behind this, by the way. This is, I smell cheese. Uh-oh. Cheese coming in.
There are 2 gases, so it's not going to just be tons of Zealots. Second Queen coming over for Scarlett, so already realizing could be in a bit of trouble. Is completely safe now. We'll force away these units. That's quite a cool little move.
Scarlett has no map vision. That must be a probe, right? That's over here on the left side. Yeah, there is a probe here. Then DmC is going to warp in a pylon real soon. If I was him, I would warp in 4 Stalkers. And after that, maybe like 2 more Stalkers and then Zealots. Scarlett has no extractors at all. Anybody who watches me cast Stalker very often will know that I'm like the biggest fan in the world of this. Because I actually felt like I started doing this before it was a thing. I know that sounds cocky, but like I really like... a lot of players were greedy. Scarlett might scout this though with her 2
She's going to. Oh no, she doesn't. She stops.
Oh, Scarlett, you really need to see this.
That's actually quite a nice position to put that. Is she going to see? She moves down.
Oh my god.
No, she doesn't.
I don't understand the sentries. I mean, anything can work, to be honest. You can go crazy on Zealot, sentries, whatever, but I really think Stalkers have so much more potential here, because those Queens are going to do very good against the sentries. The Spinecrawler is going to do very good against the sentries, so... It is still possible that he makes this work if he gets 4 Zealots now. Oh, what is he? Fine, I don't understand. Like, Scarlett has like no units, and he's making sentries. I don't know.
Maybe he's just expecting. All I can think is he's expecting a heck of a lot of lings, but...
I mean, he could force within the queens, and if he kills the queens immediately, that would be very nice. But even if there's like a hell of a lot of lings right now, then this army that he has is not very good against it, because he doesn't have enough zealots. Anyway, we'll see. This could still work for DmC. Force fields! He needs to kill those queens. Yeah.
Good transfuses coming down, keeping that spine alive for actually a pretty damn long time. That's allowing him to start poking away the queens to get the mothership core. Time warp was triggered. More zealots are coming through with this DmC, trying to get more damage through. Takes down one of the queens. 2 more spines close to finishing up. The queens, though, no longer blocked by force fields, can back away. DmC just currently focusing those spines.
Yeah, he might be able to do this. Oh, one more force field will land. He will trap one more queen. There are a lot of slow zerglings on the map, though. He has to be careful. He has to keep his army very close together. Does he still have the probe? No, he doesn't. Imagine if he would have been able to drop a pylon where that queen is just dying now. That would have been insane. But so far he's still doing pretty okay. Can't afford to lose. No, I think... I don't know. It's close. It's really close, Metals.
Scarlett has 10 lings out, 10 more on the way. Next wave of warpins haven't yet come through from DmC. Behind this he's adding in the Twilight Council, but slowly trying to work down these queens. Scarlett's doing a great job of getting those transfuses.
Yeah.
A couple more zealots coming now, but the sentries are just getting picked off. There's not enough here.
Yeah, I don't think he has enough, especially not now when there are 6 roaches on the way. Roaches would clean up any gateway units in this phase in the game. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I really think he should have gone with Stalkers. There is no Zergling speed. Now, of course, that is something that we know. That's not something he could necessarily know, but I feel if you go for this build, then you're already kind of rolling the dice anyway, so you might as well just go full YOLO mode and actually rely on Stalkers killing slow Zerglings till the dawn of days.
Well, of course, behind this we do have the Twilight Council, but I don't really see DmC being able to do much here. He invested a lot into making that work, and realistically, what did he pick off? 44 lings and 4 queens, but there's still 4 queens on the field.
Exactly.
Now the sentry goes.
And he lost 8 sentries. He has lost 8 sentries in this game. That's 800 gas. While he was working off 2 assimilators for the longest amount of time. That's, I don't know, Meadows. It's not looking very good for our Protoss player right now.
Scarlett will be able to clean up all of these zealots. Roach is just going to catch him down. DmC had to turn and fight there, because otherwise he just would have been chased away and lost them anyway. So he might as well try and take something with him. Hydrogen coming through from Scarlett. This is a really nice addition at this stage.
Don't you just hate it when your units are in a position like that? It's like you kind of want to save them or you want to micro, but you know that like there's no way to save them, and microing really makes no sense either. So you just kind of have to stand there and let them die, but you feel like such a noob because you're like, man, my units are just standing here, they're dying. Oh my god, he forgot about 2 sentries.
That is a lovely wing for Scarlett there. Scarlett's taking down 10 sentries. That's like 1,000.
Scarlett is like Charlie Sheen in this game, man. She's just winning all the time.
She's doing a beautiful job at the moment. DmC,
win here, win there, win everywhere.
She's going to be really happy, to be honest, in this situation. And as we said at the start, if she's able to take this, then she pretty much guarantees a top 2 spot, which means that she's going to get at least $600.
Yeah, but above Scarlett, obviously she loves the money as well, but she loves the prestige of being the best foreigner. That's why she probably accepted your invite, because she wants people to see her as the best non-Korean player in the world. That's just, you know that's what it is.
It's a good way to go. I mean, up against this caliber of player as well, like throughout the tournament, a lot of the people who come down as names as people saying, they're the best foreigner right now. Thinking mainly Scarlett, Bunny, Snoop. If Scarlett wins out over those 2 convincingly, as she has done, always nice to see.
There are 5 Swarmos in production, which is obviously going to be very good against the Blink Stalker follow-up that DmC is going for. I mean, obviously DmC is still a 3-base Protoss, and things have been looking very dicey for him because he lost like 19 Zealots, 10 Sentries, and that's not good. But Blink Stalkers can make miracles happen for Protoss players. He still has 5 Sentries over here, which is insane. I cannot believe he still has Sentries. He's going to blink up to the high ground. How many queens are there? Transfuse. You want to be careful about this one. I'm not sure how many transfuses are available. Few more? No, he's going to get the hatch. Okay.
Lost a couple of Stalkers in doing it, but the trouble is, even though we
Sentries though. No,
are they actually going to go? No, they do get away. Scarlett does have a replacement. What was her 4th is now taken over, but it means DmC's on equal basis. The trouble is, these swarm hosts.
Why did he recall there? He had Blink Stalkers. Couldn't he just blink down?
I genuinely don't know.
That was probably the most unnecessary recall in history, because he already lost most of his Stalkers. He had like 4 Stalkers left. He could have just all blinked them down, and obviously the mothership core can fly, so that was kind of unnecessary now that I think about it.
My concern really is at the moment for DmC up against these swarm hosts, because his first robotics facility is not even finished yet, and already the swarm host count is going to go up to 11. So that is a lot to deal with when you've got no splash damage.
Or observers.
Or observers.
No, I totally agree with you, Metals. This is going to be very difficult. Like, DmC was in a slightly better position, facing a similar scenario in the last game. I guess this time the only thing you can say is that he's doing what I thought he should have done on Overgrowth. You know, he got one Robo Bay made second Robo, but nope, he's actually not doing that because now he cancels Robo number 2. So he will probably wipe in 4 Stargates again and just take it from there.
Go for carriers. Go for the main base now. He clearly read your mind that that would be the approach, but no. Going for the Dark Shrine. Alright, went behind. Dark Shrine. Are there any Overseers? 1 and no spores. So maybe if you're the luckiest Protoss player in the world.
That's just a matter of time, though.
Yeah. This is going to be so difficult for DmC. Scarlett, up to now 12 swarm hosts. Is there really anything DmC can do here?
He needs time. Like right now, he's 117 supply against 175 of Scarlett. There's really not too much that he has going for himself. The only thing that he has is that, yeah, he's a 4-base Protoss soon, and a 4-base Protoss is very intimidating. Like 3-base Protoss, you have enough to get your infrastructure down, max out, make a bunch of units, and then reinforce your max out. But at a certain point, that's pretty much it. 4-base Protoss is truly, you know, the world is yours. You can do whatever you want. But it takes a while before he is truly able to do whatever he wants. He has the resources, he has the money to it, but I'm not even sure if he's sure himself what he wants to do. Because he has 1,000, 1,100 gas.
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna wipe in a bunch of DTs and... No,
he's got a War Prism over here. Oh, the Dark Shrine wasn't finished yet, so goes for them off the back of this, but...
Oh my god, he's making...
Scarlett's got 9 spores coming down. Did she scout that Dark Shrine? Yeah, she did. She sees it, so... Detection is going to be everywhere.
He just made 11 more gates. He is going to be at 18 gateways.
Interesting decision. It's one way to spend your bank, though.
If Scarlett would scout that, I think that she will just go troll mode and she would just make nothing but swarm hosts. Because it doesn't really matter how many gateways you have, you're not going to kill swarm hosts. Unless you get really good force fields and storms on top of it a couple of times with like...
There's a hero swarm host. This one may end up dying. Scouting swarm host sees the DTs briefly.
Morph them all into Archons, okay. Interesting. So he's just gonna go for a big gateway push, but I really think he should have let that second robotics facility finish, because the most important unit in this army composition that he has to deal with Locust is the Colossus. So that second robo really wouldn't have been a wrong choice, but who am I, Metals?
I don't know why. The thing I don't get is he cancelled it for the Dark Shrine, which is just a...
He's fucking 8 more DTs, that's amazing.
They should just become Archons. Yeah, there we go. So.
But Archons are really not very good against Locusts. Like, I'm not sure how many times have you seen Archons fight Locusts, but Archons are like these very nice fluffy balloons, and then the Locusts are like dart tiles. Or how do you say that? Darts. Just darts.
Darts.
Yes, they're just darts.
Well, slowly edging forward, DmC's clearing some creep now. Guess he's slowing down the Locust advance fractionally.
Ah, he's going to hallucinate a bunch of stuff as well. That's awesome. How many swarmers do we have for Scarlett? He has 20. 20 should be enough for her. 20 is not overall, it's high, but it's not crazy high, but it's pretty high.
Scarlett just backing away, wants to fight by the static defense. A couple of blinding clouds coming through as well. How many Vipers are there? There's 4 Vipers, so a couple blinding clouds still.
This is really funny, man. I really enjoy this. Because this is like how it looks, how it feels. Once again, it looks like you're fighting a bear in the middle of a war zone and you're doing all these amazing things. But actually, Metals, actually you're just petting a kitty.
That will fight you back though, as Scarlett is, and it's not going too well. Actually, a couple of DTs coming in here, surprisingly ramping up the damage a lot. There is an Overseer though, so detection there. A couple of yoink darks come down.
I refuse to hypecast this, Metals, I am sorry. But I know what the Protoss army can do against 20 swarms.
It's not going to do anything.
Not this Protoss army. GG is called and Scarlett will win this series as well, very convincingly. So she closes out her group stage performance with a 4-1 record, which guarantees herself of a top 2 finish. And if you guys wonder why isn't it possible that it's a 3-way tie, the thing is, all other players have at least dropped one series, and they still have to play against each other.
Yep.
So it's simply not possible for nobody else or for two other people to finish 4-1. It's possible for one, but not for two other people. So Scarlett guarantees herself a top 2 finish.
She definitely does. That means that since Scarlett will definitely be going through in a top 2 finish, the grand final will unfortunately have to be delayed after tomorrow night because she can't compete tomorrow as she's off to WCS NA. Of course, the quarterfinals of that. Rotterdam, you're going off there. Why don't you fill people in just while we set up or get looking for the next series? What's going on there?
Fill people in on WCS America.
America, sorry, not NA.
All right, let's do it. Yes, it's happening this Saturday afternoon in Southern California in a lovely city called Burbank. It's a little north of Los Angeles. Everybody's welcome. If you live in the area, you should totally come. 8 amazing players. First match of today that will start at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern and midnight for all the Europeans out there. First match of the day will be Scarlett versus Hart. It's going to be an amazing TVC. Second match will be between Huck and Hyun. So more Canadians, PVC in that one. The third series of the day will be between Bomber and Pig Baby, which is a rematch of the finals last year. And the final series of the quarterfinals is going to be between Polt and Liquid Hero, which is a rematch of Intox Masters Cologne earlier this year. So if you ask me, those are 4 amazing quarterfinals. I'm really pumped for that tournament. I know